The next Minecraft or Super Mario Brothers could be getting its start right here, right now at Niagara College. About 40 developers, mostly students in the college's game development program, are spending the entire weekend designing brand new video games. They're part of Global Game Jam, along with thousands of others in 90 different countries.
It's an event that happens once a year. It happens all over the globe, so we're not the only event. Everybody kind of collabs into one area, so most other game jams you kind of do from your house. This one is everybody comes here, so they come here at 6 p.m. We do like a team building exercise, and then they get put into groups, and we start doing games. Every year we have a theme. It's announced at the time, so you don't get to come prepare. And then for their games, everything's made from scratch. So some people take this advantage to try out new hardware, such as eye tracking, VR, or they will try out different techniques. Maybe one wants to practice their art, practice their programming more.
So waves is the theme this year. How do you see that being applied amongst the different teams?
So a lot of them are more water-based games. Some of them are games where they'll have waves of enemies, for example, and they'll take the concept literally of waves. Some take it in more of an artistic way, but mostly around doing water and such.
Second-year student Rebecca Cook is one of 3 females participating this weekend.
Actually, for me, I'm pretty lucky. I have in my own class, we have 4 girls. They didn't come all to the game jam. Me and Chelsea are in the same class. I'm kind of used to it. I've always been in groups of more males than females, so it doesn't bother me.
Is there a sense of pride knowing that there's 90 countries involved in this and up to 30,000 people doing the same thing that you're doing these 48 hours?
Of course there is. That's why we do it. It feels great to be involved in something so big, and yeah, it's amazing. It takes up a lot of time, but it's well worth it.
One team of 9 developers was working hard to incorporate new state-of-the-art eye tracking technology into their game.
The people who developed it, Toby, they have an SDK which allows you to bring it into Unity, and then they give you the code to figure out where you're looking on the screen, turn it into coordinates for the game, and then you connect it to the object that you want it to move with, and then it starts moving with the object.
Now, you've got 5 programmers, so the 5 programmers are working on the code. How do you collaborate with the 4 designers that you're working with, as well as, I understand, a sound technician?
We have an idea that we want to do, and then at first the programmers do, they put what we call white boxing, they just put an object in place of it, and while the designers work on what we want it to look like, and then they're like, hey, do you think this is a good idea? Does it look okay? And I'm like, yeah, it looks pretty good. And if you get the approval, then you keep going with it, finish it up, then we hand it to the programmers, and then we all collaborate and put it into the level together.
How do you get through this 48-hour experience?
Energy drinks and candy mainly. Last year I got 4 hours of sleep, and so far I've gotten 2, so I'm on pace for that. So.
Do the energy drinks help you stay focused after only 2 hours of sleep?
It gets you after a while. You just need to drink water and make sure that you keep your mojo up. We play a couple games. We have game setups and stuff like that just so we can make sure that we don't burn ourselves out too hard.
The Global Game Jam is not a competition. There's no prizes. It instead focuses on teamwork and collaboration.
This is more just refining your skills. One of the things you take away from these 48-hour game jams is that you will focus on a particular skill and you'll get way better at it, so that if you become an industry veteran, per se, you will be able to keep up to their potential, and it'll just raise the bar for where you are in terms of programming, art, design, or just hardware in general.
The games produced in these labs this year will soon be available on the Global Game Jam website. For more information about Niagara College's game development program, visit niagaracollege.ca. Reporting for The Source in Welland, I'm Mike Balsom.